Hello, I'm going to give you some instruction about how to do the first lab. So for the first lab is generally is talk about the unit conversion or unit analysis. You convert one of the units to another. So here, this is the lab template. And you will see the first part, you just need to, you try to measure the inches, right? Try to measure the distance for a same book or same stuff. Okay. Yeah. One side you're going to measure, for example, you're measuring a book and you're using the inches ruler to measure the size of the book and using the centimeter ruler to measure the same book, same size of the book. And then you will get the different numbers, right? And this different number will give you a unit conversion because you're measuring the same book. So on the left side, the value inches should be equal to the one on the right side value in centimeter, right? So now what are you going to do? You're going to just calculate, okay, and try to calculate, use the conversion factor from question 1, determine how many inches are in 1.0 meters. Well, here I'm going to just give you one example. So my number could be different from yours. So my number could here, okay, I got the number on the left side is about like a 5.2 inches. And on the right side, what I have could be, well, don't follow my examples. I just give you one of the numbers. My number could be different, okay? So 5.2, on the right side, I could have, let's see. 17.32. Okay, well, this is my result. Okay, and then you try to figure out how many inches are in 1.0 meters. Okay, so now what do? You need to, based on this conversion factor, and try to figure out 1.0 meter equal to how many inches. Then what are you going to do? You put 1.0 meters over there, and then you're going to multiply a unit converter, which is the converter that you just used, just to figure out in the question 1 and do the questions. So now what we have is a meter. And obviously you need to multiply a unit converter and try to cancel the meter and again the inches. And that is the purpose. Based on the first one, you can write the unit converter 5.2 inches equal to 17.32 centimeter, or you can write like a 17.32 centimeter divided by 5.2 inches. So those are all called unit converter. So this is all called unit converter. But in the different situation, you're going to use the different unit converter. So in my situation here, this is giving us a meter. Then what we're gonna do, since here is a centimeter, so first you need to convert a meter to a centimeter first. And you know 1 meter equal to 100 centimeter. This is by definition. So in this case, meter and meter canceled. After the calculation, you will figure out how many centimeter for 1 meter, 1.0 meters. And then since you have a centimeter, you're going to multiply a conversion factor to convert centimeter to inches. Well, obviously, we're going to choose the first one because in these cases, the centimeter is in the bottom, inches on the top. And in this question, we have a centimeter on the top, and now you have a centimeter in the bottom, and you have inches. So in this case, centimeter will be canceled. And then you put the numbers in there. We have 5.0 inch and 7.32 centimeter in the bottom. Okay, so I'm not sure whether you're aware or not. Unit can be canceled out. Okay, so for example, if you have a division, okay, you have a centimeter on the top, you have a centimeter on the bottom, and you time another centimeter on the top, and this bottom is time liters. The unit centimeter and centimeter can be canceled by division. But if you have a multiplication like a centimeter and you time another centimeter, then the result will give you a centimeter square. Okay, so this is how we do the using the centimeter involving the calculations. But addition and subtraction will not change the unit. All right, so let's come back to the question. Now centimeter are canceled. You see, all the meter is canceled, centimeter is canceled. Now you have the last unit is inch. And then what are you gonna do? You just move the units on the one side. You have 1.0 and time 100 time 5.2 and time divided by 1 and time 17.32. Make sure the bottom part is gonna have a parenthesis and the leftover units will be inch, which means once you solve the whole numbers over here on the left side, and you will got what is inches. So let's put that into the calculator. So you have 1.0 times 100 times 5.2 divided by parenthesis 1 times 17.32 parenthesis, and you got answer, which is 30.02. 30.02 inch. Well, one thing you need to double check. Okay, one thing you need to double check is one thing you need to double check is, okay, the sigfig, okay, scientific significant figures. At the beginning, we have a 1.2 meter, which is give us 2 sigfig. So in the answer, you should only keep 2 sigfig for these questions. So you choose, count the first one, the second one, but the next one is 0. So you need to get rid of this. The answer will be 30, but the point is 30 is not the 2 sigfig, it's only 1. So you convert the 30 to 3.0 times 10 to the ones, and this is the scientific notation, and the answer will be inches. Well, again, you may say, well, this number is different from my number. Of course, this number is different from your numbers because this is I just made up those numbers, but yours should be more accurate. And once you solve this problem, you're going to figure out what is the error percent, and the percent error is equal to the experimental data, which is the data based on your calculations, and subtract the literature data, which is the data that you can find from the textbook or from Google, okay? And you divide by the literature data and you time 100. And then you will got something, point something, and percent. And this is the percent error that we're looking for. Okay, so you're doing the same thing for the volume, but the volume is a little bit different. Okay, so volume is a little bit because this conversion is more complicated. So let's see, we have 239. 1 cup I measure is 239 milliliter, 39.2 milliliter. Make sure the volume is accurate to put 0.1 because Granite cylinder that you have is accurate to 0.1. So this is what I have, 239.2 milliliter. As once you got And we try to figure out, okay, if we have a 1.0 liter, how many quart that we have. So now in this case, you're gonna have several different conversion factor. One is 1 liter equal to 1,000 milliliter. This is from by definition. Another one is 1 quart equal to 4 cups. The last one is what you just measured. I measured as 1 cup is equal to 239.2 milliliter, and this is what I have. Okay, so now the point is, how can we convert 1.0 liter to quart? That's going to be complicated. Well, then you can think about, so far we have 3 unit conversion. How can I, based on those 3 unit conversion, to convert that? Well, you have 1 liter, right? So this is the liter, and we can convert liter to milliliter, right? And once you got the units in milliliter, you can convert a milliliter to cup. And the last part is, once you got a cup, you count the cup to the quart. So now you have a liter, then you convert that to the milliliter. Then you count the milliliter to cup. Then you convert cup to quart. So you have a 3 steps conversion over there. Well, then let's see, how do we do? Again, if you have 3 steps conversion, you're gonna time 3 different unit converter, and then you can convert the liter to cup. So now you have a 1.0 liter, and you're gonna time a unit converter to cancel the unit liter and to got a milliliter. So put a liter on the bottom, put a milliliter on the top. So the liter will be canceled. And based on the unit converter, you know 1 liter equal to 1,000 milliliter. Okay, so now the liter and the liter will be canceled. The calculation will figure out as how many milliliter. Okay, once you got a milliliter, we are going to convert a milliliter to cup. So based on this is a value that you can calculate from your experiment. Okay, so now we are time the converter, which is we're going to cancel the milliliter and again the unit cup. And based on the converter, you see 1 cup equal to 239.2 milliliter. So that's milliliter will be canceled. So you're gonna multiply the last one to convert a cup to quart. Here, then we have a quart, right? We have a cup need to be canceled. Then we have a quart over there. So based on this unit conversion, 1 quart equal to 4 cups. You see, the cup will be canceled. The last unit that in this equation will be just a quart. So now you put those numbers on the left side. So you have a 1.0 and you time 1,000 time 1 divided by 1 time 239.2 and time 4. Make sure the bottom part will have a parenthesis and the unit will be quart over there. So again, you put that number into the calculator and make a calculation. 1.0 times 1,000 and time 1 divided by parenthesis 1 time 239.2 times 4 parenthesis, and you got an answer. My answer will be 1.045. 1.045. We're not done yet because we need to base on the initial significant figures. At the beginning, we have a 2 sig fig. So the answer will keep 2 sig fig also. So now we keep 1 and 2 and then look at the next one. Next one is 4, so we can cut this off. The answer will be just 1.0 and time 10 to the 1.0. That's it, just 1.0 up there. Well, if you want to be a little bit more accurate, you can keep one more sig fig, which is keep to the third sig fig, and then you round this number. This is 5, so you can round it up. Then you got a 1.05, and this is in quart. This is in quart, right? And then you can go into figure out the percent L just based on the equation that we have. All right, so the last part, we're going to make a unit conversion based on the conversion factor that shows over here. This is very important. You're going to base on the unit conversion that offered over here to get the calculations. So let's just look at the first one, 2.0 meter to inch. So we have a 2.0 meter, and you're going to convert that to inch. So let's see what the question gave to us. So obviously, we need to find some unit conversion that has meter or inches. So we have a one is, okay, so now we have the meter and inch. This much more easy because it already gave us, okay? So you can base on this to figure out. Then you have a 2.0 meter, and you multiply a conversion, which is you're gonna put the meter on the bottom and put the inch on the top. And how to write the numbers over there, obviously you're gonna base on this. On the left side of the meter, that's 1.0, so you put a 1.0 over here. Inch 39.37, so 39.37 over here. And then you will got an answer. The answer will be just a 2.0, your time 39.37 and divided by 1.0. And the answer will be 78.74. 78.74. But the point is, you cannot keep all the numbers, okay? It doesn't work if you keep all the numbers. You have to base on that the question gave to you to keep the numbers. And a conversion factor usually is not count as the sig fig. So we're not based on the conversion factor to count the sig fig. We're going to use based on the number that gave to us to figure out sig fig. So now we're going to have a 2 sig fig, and you're going to keep 2 significant figures. So count the first one, second one, and look at the next one. Next one 7. So you round it up. Then the answer will be just 79, and the answer will be inches. So 2.0 meter equal to 79 inches. I think that's it. So if you still have questions, send me email. I will help you out. Okay, good luck.